Hey everyone, it's Hirsch Wilson, and today is Sunday, May 3rd. We've plodded through another week in probably one of the most consequential times we've had in a generation. What I thought I'd talk about today is the concept of uncertainty and how we can accept uncertainty and still move forward and get on with living our lives. First, we need to learn that uncertainty is baked into the cake of our lives, and no more so than now. Before the pandemic, my friend and colleague Amy Edmondson wrote that our global and societal world could be best summed up by the acronym VUCA, V-U-C-A, which stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. And that was written before the pandemic. Now we are deeply in a VUCA world, and for how long, I don't know, which is kind of the theme of this video. Think about what we know about the pandemic. How infectious is it? We don't know because there's not enough testing. What about the fatality rate? Again, we don't know, not enough testing. How about whether or not we'll have another big peak of infections in the fall? Again, got me, we just don't know. When will we have a vaccine? Again, you'll get a lot of guesses, a lot of theories, but again, we don't know. And here's a big one. Am I going to get sick? Again, we don't know. There are a lot of numbers, a lot of probabilities out there, but in the end, we don't know. And what about the economy? What kind of recession are we going to have? Is it going to be a V recession with a bounce and then a quick recovery? Is it going to be a W where we have two recessions with a little bounce in between? Or is it going to be a depression? Is our economy ever going to recover to what we would describe as normal? Here's my point. As far as the pandemic is concerned, we're going to have to learn to live with a lot of uncertainty for quite a while. But the larger point is that life itself is uncertain. We get lulled into believing that life is predictable in the stretches of calm. But whether in our personal lives or now as a kind of a global society, we've come to relearn that life is unpredictable. It's an illusion to believe that life is predictable or controllable or safe. It never has been, nor is it now. So, once we accept that life is uncertain, once we let go of the illusion that life is predictable, then the question is, how should we act? What should we do differently? Most of all, we have to learn to work hard at cherishing what we do have, and the only thing we have, and that's this moment in time, the present. A story to illustrate. A Buddhist monk was being chased by a tiger, and he runs and he gets to the edge of a cliff, and there's a vine hanging down the cliff. So he jumps onto the vine and starts climbing down the vine to get away from the tiger. But then he notices that the tiger is coming down the vine after him. So he looks down at the vine, the bottom of the vine, and there below him is the largest snake he's ever seen climbing up towards him. So he's got a tiger above him and a snake below him, and then he looks over to the side, and there is on another vine the biggest, reddest strawberry that he's ever seen in his life. So what does he do? He eats the strawberry and enjoys it. Right now, we are surrounded by the tigers of the past, the snakes of the future. It's uncertain where we're going. We need to take the time to eat the strawberry, to enjoy the present moment in time. The next thing we need to do to live in an uncertain and difficult world is to rediscover our courage. We need to relearn the genetic gift that we've all been given as a result of being human, that we are brave beyond measure, that we can endure the unendurable. But more about that next week. For now, be brave, wash your hands, follow the science, and I'll see you next week.